Hello everyone. My name is Erland A. Sharindra, and I am currently studying Information Systems at Universitas Teknikrat Indonesia. In this video, we will take a comprehensive look into a very important topic in the world of technology and business management, business continuity and disaster recovery audit, or BC/DR audit for short. Let's begin by understanding what business continuity means. Business continuity refers to the strategic planning and processes that organizations develop to ensure that essential operations can continue during and after a crisis or disaster. These crises could be in the form of natural disasters such as earthquakes, floods, or fires, technological threats like data breaches and ransomware, or even human errors and pandemics like COVID-19. The core purpose of business continuity is to ensure that businesses can function despite the unexpected, minimizing damage and downtime. On the other hand, disaster recovery is more technical and IT-focused. It involves specific plans to recover data, restore systems, and get infrastructure back online after a disruption occurs. So, in simpler terms, business continuity is about keeping the business running, and disaster recovery is about getting the systems back to normal after they go down. These two concepts work hand in hand. Having a strong business continuity plan without a robust disaster recovery process is incomplete, and vice versa. That's where the audit comes in. So what exactly is a BC/DR audit? A BC/DR audit is a structured evaluation process that ensures an organization's continuity and recovery strategies are comprehensive, effective, and ready to be implemented. It evaluates whether the company has proper documentation, testing procedures, training, and communication plans in place to respond to emergencies. The main goals of the audit are to identify vulnerabilities, verify compliance with industry standards, and recommend improvements. For example, the audit may check if critical systems are backed up regularly, if employees know how to respond in a cyber attack, or whether emergency contact lists are up to date. Let's go deeper into the key components of a proper BC/DR audit. The first component is risk assessment. This involves identifying potential risks that could impact business operations. This includes both internal risks, like server failures or employee mistakes, and external risks, such as cyber attacks or earthquakes. The assessment helps prioritize which risks need the most attention. The second component is the business impact analysis, or BIA. This analysis helps understand which business functions are critical, what their dependencies are, and how long the organization can afford to go without them. For instance, if a company's website goes down, how much money is lost per hour? What services are disrupted? What customers are affected? Next, the audit examines the recovery strategies. This part evaluates how the organization plans to recover operations and systems. Do they have cloud-based backups? Are there redundant data centers? Do they use failover systems that automatically switch to backups when servers go offline? After that, we have testing and exercises. A plan is only useful if it works in the real world. Therefore, regular simulation exercises, such as mock cyber attacks or evacuation drills, are conducted to evaluate how staff respond and how quickly systems recover. These tests are critical in identifying weaknesses that might not appear on paper. The fifth component is documentation and communication. Auditors review policies and procedures to ensure roles and responsibilities are clearly defined. They also check how the organization communicates during an incident, both internally and externally. Is there a communication tree? Are there templates for press releases? Are vendors and clients informed? Another vital part of the audit is compliance with standards. There are global standards that organizations should align with. The most notable is ISO 22301, which provides requirements for a business continuity management system. Other standards include NIST SP 800-34, which gives guidelines for IT contingency planning, and COBIT, a governance framework for IT. Let's now talk about the importance of leadership and culture in supporting BC/DR success. One of the biggest factors that influences whether a business continuity plan is effective is leadership commitment. Senior executives must not only approve plans and budgets, but also actively support training, simulations, and continual updates. Without strong leadership, even the most technically sound plans may be ignored during real crises. In addition, organizational culture plays a critical role. A culture that values preparedness, open communication, and accountability ensures that employees take these plans seriously. Teams should feel empowered to raise concerns, test new ideas, and learn from failures without fear of punishment. This mindset leads to long-term resilience. Now, let me share common audit findings that organizations often encounter. One common issue is that many companies have outdated recovery plans. Perhaps they were written 5 years ago and haven't been updated since. Technology changes fast, and old plans may not address modern threats like cloud computing or ransomware. Another issue is the lack of employee awareness or training. Even if a plan exists, it's useless if employees don't know what to do. Regular training sessions and tabletop exercises are essential. Also, some companies don't test their plans frequently. They assume the backup will work, but when a real disaster strikes, they realize the process is broken or incomplete. There are also documentation gaps, such as missing emergency contact lists, unclear roles, or policies that conflict with one another. Some organizations fail to include third-party vendors in their recovery planning, even though these vendors play a crucial role in the supply chain. So how do auditors perform a BC/DR audit? Auditors typically start by reviewing policies and procedures, followed by interviews with key personnel across departments, especially IT, operations, and senior management. They analyze historical incidents, review previous test results, and assess the current infrastructure, both on-premise and in the cloud. They may simulate a real-world scenario to observe how the organization responds in practice. Afterward, they compile a report with findings, risk levels, and recommendations. The audit may conclude that some controls are adequate, while others require urgent updates. These recommendations are then prioritized and used to improve the organization's overall resilience. Let's also consider the role of technology in modern BC/DR efforts. Technologies such as cloud computing, virtualization, and AI-based monitoring have transformed the way businesses prepare for and respond to disasters. For example, cloud storage allows businesses to access data from anywhere, while AI can detect early signs of system failure or intrusions, giving IT teams more time to act. Automation also allows failover systems to activate instantly, minimizing downtime and reducing human error. Now let's take a look at some real-world examples that highlight the value of having an audited BC/DR strategy. During the COVID-19 pandemic, many businesses were forced to shift operations online. Companies that had remote work capabilities and backup systems already in place adapted quickly. In contrast, those without continuity plans struggled to survive. Some closed permanently due to lack of preparation. In another case, a hospital system in Europe suffered a major ransomware attack. Thanks to their tested disaster recovery plan, they restored access to critical medical systems within hours. Their ability to bounce back saved lives. Meanwhile, a manufacturing firm in Asia lost millions in revenue because their backups failed. They had never been tested properly. These stories emphasize that disaster recovery and business continuity are not just IT concerns. They are business survival strategies. To close, let me summarize the most important points. A business continuity and disaster recovery audit is essential to ensure that an organization can continue operating in times of crisis. It helps identify weaknesses, ensures compliance, and provides guidance for continuous improvement. The audit process should be conducted regularly, not just once. It's not about passing a checklist. It's about building a culture of resilience across the organization. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you gained useful insight into the importance of business continuity and disaster recovery audits. Once again, my name is Erland Sharindra, a proud student of Information Systems at Universitas Teknikrat Indonesia. Stay safe, stay prepared, and I'll see you in the next video. Before we end, I would like to leave you with a final thought. In today's fast-paced digital era, disruptions are no longer a matter of if, but when. Whether it's a cyber attack, a system failure, or a natural disaster, organizations must be ready to respond. The success of any business depends not only on how well it performs during normal times, but on how quickly and efficiently it can bounce back during difficult times. Business continuity and disaster recovery are not simply checklists for compliance. They are ongoing commitments. They require leadership, investment, testing, training, and above all, a mindset of resilience. When organizations take the time to prepare and regularly audit their BC/DR plans, they are not just protecting their data and systems. They are protecting people's jobs, customer trust, and even lives. I strongly encourage everyone watching, whether you're a student, an IT professional, or a future business leader, to take this topic seriously. Learn about it, ask questions, participate in simulations, and advocate for preparedness wherever you work or study. Your awareness and actions could make a huge difference one day. Once again, thank you for your time and attention. If you found this video informative, feel free to share it with your friends, classmates, or colleagues. Let's help build a culture of awareness and preparedness together. Until next time, keep learning, stay vigilant, and always be ready for the unexpected.